William Faulkner was a truly remarkable American writer. He came from the South and his stories often explored this region. Faulkner won the Nobel Prize in Literature for his powerful books. He created a fictional place called Yoknapatawpha County. This county was the setting for many of his famous novels. The Sound and the Fury is one of his greatest works. It tells the story of a family. This family was once prominent but is now facing difficult times. Their story is a complex and moving one, revealing deep truths about human nature and the passage of time. It is a book that stays with you. The Sound and the Fury was first published in 1929. It is known for being a challenging novel to read. However, the effort to understand it is very rewarding for readers. The book focuses on the Compson family. They live in Mississippi. The Compsons used to be a respected and wealthy family in their community. But now, they are experiencing a slow and painful decline. Their grand traditions are fading. The title of the novel itself is quite significant. It comes from a famous speech in Shakespeare's play, Macbeth. This speech talks about life being a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing, hinting at the chaos and despair within the Compson story. One of the most unique things about The Sound and the Fury is its structure. The story is not told in a simple chronological way. Instead, Faulkner divides the novel into 4 distinct sections. Each section is narrated by a different character. This means we see the same events and people from multiple perspectives. This narrative choice makes the story very rich and layered. It allows us to get inside the minds of the characters. We understand their personal struggles and how they see the world. Reading the novel feels like slowly uncovering a hidden truth. This complex structure is very important to the novel's meaning. It reflects the fragmented and broken state of the Compson family itself. Their lives are not orderly, they are filled with confusion and pain. The structure also mirrors the way human memory works. Our memories are often not linear. They jump between different moments in time. Faulkner wanted to capture this quality of memory and consciousness. He challenges readers to piece together the story. It is like solving a complex puzzle. This makes reading The Sound and the Fury a deeply engaging and active experience for anyone who picks it up. The first section of the novel is told from Benjy Compson's perspective. Benjy is 33 years old in 1928, the year his section is set. He has a severe intellectual disability. He cannot communicate like other people. His thoughts are not organized in a logical sequence. Instead, they shift rapidly between different moments in his past and present. He experiences time in a very fluid and non-linear way. This first part of the book takes place on April 7, 1928. This day is significant because it is Benjy's birthday. His narrative is a collection of sensory impressions and memories. Benjy's understanding of time is central to his section. For him, the past is not really past, it is always present. A simple smell, like the scent of trees, or a sound, like someone calling a name, can instantly transport him back to an earlier memory. He does not seem to grasp the concept that time moves forward and that things change permanently. His world is a constant flow of these moments. He remembers his sister Caddy with great affection. Caddy was very kind and loving towards him when they were children. Her eventual departure from the family is a profound loss for Benjy, a recurring source of his distress and confusion. The second section shifts to Quentin Compson, Benjy's older brother. Quentin is a young man, a student at Harvard University. His section is set much earlier, on June 2, 1910. Unlike Benjy, Quentin is highly intelligent and articulate. However, he is deeply troubled and emotionally fragile. He is obsessed with abstract concepts like honor, particularly the honor of his family. He is especially preoccupied with his sister Caddy and her perceived loss of innocence. His mind is a whirlwind of thoughts and emotions, making his section intense and often difficult to follow. Quentin's internal turmoil dominates his narrative. He is an incredibly sensitive and introspective individual. He finds himself haunted by the past, by the traditions of the Old South, and by his family's decline. He struggles to cope with the realities of the modern world and the changes happening around him. Caddy's sexual experiences and her hasty marriage cause him immense pain and a deep sense of betrayal. His section is presented as a long, introspective monologue, often called Stream of Consciousness. This reveals his growing despair and his contemplation of suicide, which tragically concludes his day and his narrative. He, too, battles with time, wishing he could stop it or escape its relentless progression. The third section of The Sound and the Fury introduces us to Jason Compson. He is another of Caddy's brothers. His narrative takes place on April 6, 1928, which is Good Friday, the day before Benjy's section. Jason is starkly different from both Benjy and Quentin. He is portrayed as a bitter, cynical, and extremely materialistic man. He is the sole provider for the remaining Compson family in their decaying ancestral home. He views his family members as burdens. He is consumed by resentment and a desire for financial gain, often at the expense of others. Jason's narrative is filled with his anger and his cruel actions. He considers himself the pragmatic head of the household. However, he feels deeply cheated by life and by his family. He harbors a particular resentment towards his sister Caddy for the shame she brought upon the family. He is especially cruel and controlling towards Caddy's illegitimate daughter, Miss Quentin, who lives with them. Jason meticulously manages the family finances, often stealing money meant for Miss Quentin. He uses his financial power to exert control and to make those around him miserable. He is arguably the most unsympathetic narrator in the novel. The fourth and final section shifts its perspective entirely. It is narrated in the third person, but it primarily focuses on Dilsey Gibson. Dilsey is the Compson family's long-serving African-American cook and servant. Her section is set on April 8, 1928, which is Easter Sunday. Dilsey has been with the Compson family for decades. She has witnessed their gradual decline from a position of respectability to their current state of disarray. Her perspective is more objective than the Compson brothers. It is also infused with a deep sense of compassion and resilience. Dilsey represents a source of strength and stability in the chaotic Compson household. She is a truly enduring figure, maintaining her dignity and her faith despite the family's many failings. She has cared for all the Compson children, including Benjy, with unwavering dedication. Her section offers a contrast to the despair and selfishness seen in the previous narratives. On Easter Sunday, Dilsey takes Benjy to a service at her church. This powerful scene shows the possibility of order, meaning, and even a glimmer of hope or redemption. Dilsey's famous line, "I've seed to first on to last," encapsulates her role as a witness to the family's entire tragic arc. The theme of time is absolutely central to The Sound and the Fury. Faulkner masterfully explores how different individuals perceive and experience time. For Benjy, time is a confusing jumble of past and present moments, all existing at once. Quentin, on the other hand, is tormented by time. He wishes he could stop its relentless march and escape the painful memories of the past. Jason is more grounded in the present, focused on his immediate financial concerns, yet he is also shaped by past grievances. The novel's very structure, with its shifting timelines and perspectives, forces the reader to grapple with the complex and subjective nature of time itself. Memory is another crucial theme, intricately linked with time. The Compson family is haunted by its memories. These memories, particularly those concerning Caddy, shape their identities and their actions. Caddy is physically absent for most of the novel, yet she remains the emotional center. Her brothers are all, in their own ways, obsessed with her memory. Benjy remembers her kindness. Quentin is tormented by her perceived loss of purity. Jason resents her for the trouble she caused. The novel brilliantly illustrates how memory is not a perfect record of the past. It is selective, often distorted, and can be a heavy burden to carry through life. The decline of the Southern aristocracy is a significant social theme in the novel. The Compson family embodies this decline. They were once a proud and influential family in the American South. However, by the time the novel takes place, they have lost their wealth, their social standing, and their moral compass. Their ancestral home is decaying, much like their family values. They struggle to adapt to the changing social and economic realities of the post-Civil War South. Faulkner uses the Compsons' tragic story to explore broader historical changes. He critiques the damaging legacy of the Old South and its inability to move forward. The Sound and the Fury stands as a monumental achievement in American and modernist literature. Its innovative narrative techniques, including stream of consciousness and multiple perspectives, were revolutionary for their time. The novel's profound psychological exploration of its characters set a new standard for fiction. Faulkner's willingness to tackle difficult themes like mental illness, incest, and racial issues was groundbreaking. The book has had a lasting influence on generations of writers. It continues to be studied and celebrated for its artistic complexity and its powerful, enduring examination of family, loss, and the human condition in a changing world.